What's up, guys? How's it going? Today I want to talk about The Rock, simply because I don't feel the same way that The Rock was about maybe 10 years ago, when he was still the Brahma Bull and he was kicking everybody's candy ass and he was such a genuine person. Now, don't get me wrong, I used to like The Rock, and I still do. I like his gimmick. He's a great entertainer, he's a great performer in the ring, on the mic, whenever he can, even on the screen. He does his best. But the thing is, People's Champion was created by people, and you never forget the people. Now, I fully understand that The Rock came back for the people. Well, at least that's what he says. Okay, here's an example. At the end of year 2007, they had a show, 15th anniversary of Raw. Now, this was a huge, huge show. Big names popped up on the show. Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker, Mankind, Vince McMahon, the whole McMahon family was there. And even other names like Gangrel, Viscera, Steve Blackman, APA. But The Rock was not there. You tell me why. Oh, and I almost forgot about this. Hulk Hogan appeared on the show. Now you tell me this. A guy who is such a has-been, washed up, old hag, who talks crap about Vinnie McMahon behind his back, and who is such a hypocrite, showed up on that show. Could you even imagine that? The Rock not showing up. There was not even a single hint of The Rock on the show. And especially on that day, The Rock lost lots of fans, simply because they were expecting The Rock to show up on that show. If you love your fans so much, you couldn't even make a space arrangement for a 3-hour event. Just one day, Rock, just one day. I used to be a huge, huge fan of The Rock, but the things changed. The Rock came back in 2011, and he said he would never go back. Now, I do understand the point where he's coming from. He wants to do his movie career. That's fine with me. And especially when he said that he's back, he's never going back again, I fully understood the point. What he's trying to say is this: he's not going to take a gap of 5 years long time. He will make an appearance here and there, maybe like 5 or 6 months later, or every 6 months or something like that, whenever he wants to perform in a huge main event or something like that. Fine with me. I'm okay with that, okay? But WWE goes in a direction where people don't want to see The Rock, especially me. Now you tell me this: if you were a superstar in the locker room, how would you feel of The Rock coming back all of a sudden and just taking a spotlight? You talk about going into a main event all of a sudden. That is losing one spot, and every single spot counts on the match card. You don't have lots of space. There might be 60 superstars in the back, including some jobbers or something, but still, that counts. Doesn't that piss you off? What I'm trying to say is this: The Rock comes back, okay? He announced his title match against whoever is going to be the champion at the Rumble. Now, I will be really pissed off. I will be an anti-Rock fan if The Rock wins it on that night, simply because I do not think that The Rock deserves that title shot all of a sudden. He needs to earn that spot. Now, I do agree with the fact, if WWE is going in a direction where, okay, The Rock's going to come out, he's going to lose the match, and then they will show how The Rock is struggling to get up and achieve that title shot again until WrestleMania main event time. Okay, that's fine with me. That will be perfect. But if you think about it for a second, from my perspective, if The Rock becomes a champion, he needs to appear every single Monday Night Raw. And if he does become a champion, how long is that going to last? Maybe 2 or 3 months? You guys already know The Rock has a busy schedule. He cannot be a WWE champion for such a long time. It would not even last maybe 2 or 3 months at the most. Now, don't get me wrong. I like The Rock's character. I like his gimmick. I like The Rock as who he is from outside, or should I say as an in-ring performer, on the microphone or in the ring, wrestling wise, whatever he does. He electrifies the crowd. But I mean, if you really do care about people, do what people are asking you to do. For years and years, we have demanded for The Rock to come back. He comes back. But for what? For what? And I realized this when I watched The Rock vs. Cena DVD. They have some of the most awesome footage in the DVD. Even CM Punk says the following. The Rock returns, steals the spotlight, wrestles twice in a year. What's the purpose of this? I mean, listen up, Rock. You had $7 left in your pocket before you even know you were gonna wrestle in the ring. Your real career started in the ring. These people made you the people's champion. And of course, you are a great entertainer. So why don't you do it as the people's champion used to do back in the day? I need to see a good WWE run for The Rock. I don't want to see The Rock comes out and just steals the spotlight all of a sudden. I want to see The Rock earn his championship spot just like John Cena does. John Cena has gained lots of respect in this business. I don't care what people say. I think I respect John Cena totally. He has done a lot for this business, probably a little more than The Rock. I mean, this guy has done a lot for this business. This is a guy who puts smile on kids' faces. This is a guy who stays on the road for over than 300 days a year and perform all over the world. Yes, sir, that is correct. John Cena does that. Now you tell me this, how many years has The Rock been in this business? From what, 97 through what, 2001? He started pursuing his movie career at the end of 2001 or something like that. He did his Mummy Returns movie, I believe. It was a Scorpion King. That was his first movie. And he got booed out in SummerSlam 2002. I remember that because at that night, people found out. At that time, internet was getting really popular, so people were hopping on just to see what was the backstage news, what was going on with people and stuff, or should I say wrestlers. They booed out The Rock. People even had signs saying, you have turned down on the people, the people that made you or something like that. Go back and watch it. I bet there's footage on YouTube or something like that. That was actually, The Rock, he said it somewhere saying he wants to make big in his movie career. And The Rock said this, that slowly and slowly he wants to get out of the whole wrestling career, out of the wrestling business. I mean, seriously? Wrestling is in your blood. I understand you want to do movies, that's fine with me, but if you do come back, make a good run. What bothers me is this. Nothing bothered me till he announced his title freaking match. Really? It might not be him. It might be just a WWE, even though he could have said, no, okay, fine, I don't want to do this. But then again, this is going to bother people till they find out who is going to be the champion. Quite frankly, I don't want to see The Rock to be a champion right away, I want The Rock to earn that title spot. I really wish, if CM Punk faces The Rock at the Rumble, I really wish CM Punk wins. But then again, we'll find out what's going to happen. This was a discussion video. I want you guys to post comments. What's your opinion? You might be biased against, my opinion or something, and I totally understand that. It's a freedom of speech, and this is why I made this video. This is my honest opinion, I'm again, for the third time, I'm a huge fan of The Rock for what he does into the ring as a performer, as an entertainer. I'm not gonna lie, I like The Rock, but as a guy who does different stuff in his life, that's what I'm talking about. Is that the same guy we're looking at, what we saw 10 years ago in the ring? I don't know. You tell me.